Hey everybody, Xdesign 101 here, and we're going to be making the menu system finally. So to start this off, we're just going to be creating a new scene. We can keep everything as is. Click on our game tab, not our scene tab. We're going to want to create a canvas, so UI canvas. Creates an event system with it automatically. Now we're just going to name our canvas menu. Yeah, we'll just call it menu. Call it main menu for now. Okay, so canvas main menu. So as you can see, there's nothing. We're going to make a panel. Center the panel out here. Let's shrink it down. Shrink its width down a bit here. Its height. Still too big, but we want it to be a universal size for the entire. There we go. Everything should fit in there. So this will be the main panel. So panel background and now we are going to make different areas inside of here. So our next part will be a empty game object within the canvas, and then within this we're going to name this main menu. We can add some buttons to it. Let's size up our buttons here a bit. Go into our text. Call it new game. Button. New button, new game. Let's raise the position of this button up here. Duplicate the button, bring it down, duplicate the button, so we have our continue, then our options, and then our exit game buttons. Sorry about that, guys. So let's just rename all these buttons here. So this is going to be the continue button, text continue. We want to set this button to interactable. No, not right now, because there will be no continually data on the first launch of the game. This will be our options. And then our quit game. There we go. Our main menu is done, so now when we disable this, as you can see, it won't be there. We now need our continue, which would be our load slots. So create another empty game object, call this load slots. Ah, man. There we go. A lot of phlegm. Warm day outside today. So our load slots. So let's go ahead and disable our main menu. Go into our load slots here. Add some buttons. let's go get the size of our buttons from our main menu here. We have 246 by 53. 246 by 53 is what we'll go with. These half digits are just more work for you. Okay, so 253 and 246 and 253, 246 and 53. Excellent. I'll just raise that up here. Button. Slot 1. Slot 2. And then last but not least, slot 3. So as you can see, we're just kind of setting up the looks of all of our panels, and then we'll get to doing all the blocks work afterwards. There you go, we have our slots. So our main menu, our load slots. Another thing we're going to need is for when, if we want to start a new game, but we have saved data, we're going to want to delete all of that saved data, and then load the game with no save data. So like a fresh new game, but yeah, so it's like new game. It's hard to explain. I guess I explained it fine the first time around, yeah. You choose a new game when you first load in, it's just going to go new game, but if you save the game and then decide to start a new game, it's going to delete all your data and then start your new game. That's what this is going to be. So create another empty game object. We're going to call it confirm new game. Confirm new game. In here, we're just going to want to put a text. Oh, actually, yeah. We're going to just put a text here, and now let's make this look fancier actually. We just put a panel in here, get the width of this panel stretched out to here. Okay. This panel won't need a name because it's part of this. Now we're just gonna want our text. We'll center it like this. And then, are you sure you want to start a new game? All data will save data will be lost. So let's change the width of our text here. Once we fit that in there, boom. And now add another button. So 246 by 53. Just bring that down right here. Let's grab our panel and our text at the same time. Move them up here. We can actually just drop our text into our panel. Button, continue, and then continue. And then our go back button. button back. To 46 by 53. Lower it down. Back. Now I'm thinking here, so we have our main menu, our load slots, our confirm new game. Yeah, it looks like it's everything. So our main menu, new game's gonna go to new game, else it's gonna load confirm new game. Confirm new game will load. Then if there's load save, data continue will be highlighted, and then that'll go to the load save. So now we need to make our options panel, and then I think we're done with our windows here. After that it's just straight up coding. Well, visual scripting I should say. So we can go ahead, disable that window, go back into our UI, actually create an empty object. It's going to be called options menu, and here we're going to need a couple buttons. So here we go, 246 53. Apply changes. Apply changes. We'll put that there. Duplicate the button. Back. It's always good to use a nice naming convention for everything. This way it's easy to access, and a nice workflow is always good. Let's see here. Button back, yep. Text back. We will now lower this button. Let me lower this button a bit more like this. There we go. Now we want UI. We can just go with text. Yeah, sure, why not? Actually, it'll look a lot better if we just make a panel, shrink the panel down, and put some text into it. Let's see, shrink the height down to about 35. Get the width out a bit more. Let's get 145. Pop the text inside there. In the paragraph alignments, we're going to drop it like that and put it in the center like this. Perfect. And this is going to be resolution. Panel resolution, and then text resolution. Now, let's raise this panel up here. Duplicate it. And down here, we're going to do graphics. Graphics, there we go. Now we're going to need 4 more buttons in here. 1, graphics. This one's going to be for resolution. Sorry, I just talked to myself really quietly there. But anyway, I was saying that one's for graphics and resolution, and then we will do the other side as well for graphics and resolution. So, like so. And there we go. Let's put our resolution stuff up here. And then all our graphic stuff is down there. There we go, reordered it nicely. Now to resize these buttons. So the resolution one here, we're going to put this plus, the sign that looks like it's going greater than instead of less than. So we want the greater than sign. Or just the greater sign, I don't know. That's what I'll go with, we'll call it the greater sign. We definitely don't need it to be so big, these buttons, so it's, for one, this one's for the resolution anyway, so let's move it up here by the resolution. Shrink down the width, maybe add 5 here, and we'll do 35 here as well. Now our negative resolution, put the negative sign there. So that is a good size convention, 35, 35. Raise it up to the same level as that. So our resolution is 108.6, 108.5. We'll put this to 108.5 as well. And this is 108.5. We'll just put that about here. That visually looks good. And now the same for our graphics. $54.3. I'm just going to go with 55 on this one. Yeah. All right. Alright, so we have our main menu, our load slots, our option menu, and our confirm new game window. I'm pretty sure that that is everything that we need, so let's get started here. So on our canvas, let's add ourselves a Plyblocks. We're going to open up Plyblocks, and we're going to start off with all of our menu stuff here. So go ahead and add a state, add an event, custom. All our events we'll be using are custom. I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit here, move it down here. We're going to disable the options menu and start straight from the menu. So for the new game button, let's go to our new game button here, click on it, on click. We want to click a on click event, so drop our canvas into here, Plyblocks, trigger event. So if you didn't see that, when you click on the button, you'll have a button script, and then it has an on-click event. You'll just add to the on-click event, and then you will drag the canvas, because our canvas has the Plyblocks, and that's going to be where all of our code or visual code is coming from to run our main menu, well, our whole menu in general. So we drag and drop our canvas into there, and then we select this, go to Plyblocks, and then trigger event at the bottom. Now the event we want to do here is new game. So that means our first custom is going to be called new game. There we go. This is our canvas's ply blocks still. So when we cast the button new game, it's going to send new game here. But one thing we're going to want to do for sure is first we're going to cast an if then. And we're going to check if our what is it called? Here we go, IO. No, it's in yeah, it's IO. If our slot count, so if our load save slot count has anything in it, our new game will go straight to our confirm new game. Alright, so we want to go to common, we want to grab an integer and keep it 0. So if our load save slot 0 count equals 0, we will just go ahead and start our new game. We need to go back to our IO. We need to reset last load. The reset last load just to make sure that if anything was loaded before at any point in time, that it won't interfere with you when you start your new game. Even if, you know, it'll happen mainly on the computer that you're designing this with, so either way, good idea to just put it there. With the reset load, we're also going to want to drop a GUI. We want to go down and we want to show a we want to show a load screen, quick things as well. And we're going to want to immediately just throw you right into the game. So flow, load level, and our level is demo_scene, but demo scene. So there we go. So if we have no save data, we're just going to make sure that we reset all last load settings. This way it's completely fresh on the new game. We show our load screen, and then we just jump right into the map. Now we do need an else here, and we want that else actually to enable the new screen and disable the old screen. So we're going to want to go object here, enable and disable. So our first one will be disabling. We're going to want to disable, where is it now? We can just drag and drop these items here, but I'd prefer to actually use our object find child by name feature. This way it doesn't actually lose connection with anything at any point in time. So we're going to be disabling our main menu. So find main menu, in canvas dash main menu, and then we're going to want to enable continue. Well, no, the confirm new game. So confirm new game. So we enable find confirm new game. Boom shakalaka. So now that's going to throw us into our find new game. So let's go ahead and go into our find new game window. Let's bring this down here. So let's pretend we just pressed the new game. It's going to disable and then enable this window. Now this window is going to want us to do something here. So our continue button, just like before, we're going to want to add an on-click event. We're going to drag our canvas into there, our runtime, and we're going to add a trigger event. This is going to be continue new game, we'll call it. There we go, continue new game. So we're going to do a new custom event here and call it continue new game. So it's pretty much going to do the same thing as this, except for the part where we're going to be deleting a few things. So we're just going to go ahead and grab our reset last load here, copy it, paste it, our show load screen, our load level. We're going to want to go into our IO blocks here in our load save. We're going to want to delete all, put it above the load screen. So delete all, reset last load, yada yada, and perfect. That's all you really need right there. So now your game's going to continue while deleting absolutely everything. That has to do with save file, well, with save data, I should say. There we go. Next, we need our back button to go back to our main menu. So we'll make a universal back button here that every page can use the same one. We'll call it just back. And it'll just be enabling and disabling. So we want to enable the main menu and then disable. Let's cut this and put it up here. So disable and enable. Perfect. When using the back, we'll end up coming back in here and adding more disables. So this way it makes sure that it's always disabling every screen. So we'll get back to that in a second here. So now when we press back or continue will load the game. So there's no more moving forward with the continue since that's done. Back will then move us back to the main menu. So we will get rid of, minimize this, open this. Now in game, your continue here will be doing something. So what we'll be doing is we'll be adding a custom on update, which will be used for everything. In this on update, we'll be checking if. So go to your flow, grab your if then, and just like in here, you're going to want to check if the load save slot count equals 0. So we can actually just copy that, delete this stuff here. So if load save slot count equals 0, GUI, UGUI, we want to set interactable to true on object. Here, we're gonna, yeah, I'll just do it manually. Object find child by name. So we want the continue button here. So we want to find the continue button inside canvas dash main menu slash main menu, and there we go. So the slash kind of like forms down the path more if you need to. So anytime you have to go down more of a path, so there's the canvas and then there's the main menu, and then inside our main menu is the button continue. So we need to draft into our main menu place to grab the right button continue in case there was another button continue else in this hierarchy. So we'll set the interactable to true if that is 0, else we do not want that. So let's go back and grab a else here. Else we set it to false. Perfect. So now we can start saving this here. So we can call this our main menu. This way, if your Unity crashes, you don't lose all this work we've done so far. So main menu. So now, let's say we save the game in-game with the load saves, with the save slots that come with the sample UI from the last video. Our continue button here would be highlighted white like the rest of them, so it would be interactable. So we would click on that. It would then close our main menu, open up our load slots right here, and now we have to do some work with our load slots. So let's first open back up this here. So in our on update, we're going to want a few more things, or actually we're going to do this when we actually open this page. So we need the continue button first. So let's get the continue button to open this page. So custom, I believe it's just called button continue dash continue. But we don't want to name that. We want it to actually be something else here. So main menu button continue. Drag and drop our canvas here. So this is probably going to be formed into 2 parts. This video, I have a feeling it's going to be a little long. Apply blocks, trigger event, and we're going to want to trigger the event show load saves. Load save menu. Show load save menu. That's what it's going to be. If you want to make sure that the spelling is correct in here, we will do this. Show load save menu. This will then enable and then disable. So just to be a little quicker on this, you'll get your object enable disable, and then you'll use your find child and find my name. We're going to be using that a lot, so when I'm copying and pasting, that's normally what I'm copying and pasting. So we are going to want to disable our main menu, and so that's perfect. And then we're going to want to enable our load slots in. There we go, perfect. That's going to work. Now in our back, we're actually going to want to disable